Hi, this is Abaddon.
Hi, this is Mantas.
And this is the Demolition Man. We're Venom Inc. and you're watching BraveWords.com.
Metal Tim from BraveWords.com, sitting here at Heavy Montreal 15.
Oh yeah.
Beautifully sunset, finally.
Yeah.
And sitting with the Devil's Triangle. This truly is the Devil's Triangle.
Cool.
Abaddon, Demolition Man, and Mantas. Put your hands together for Venom Inc.
Go, BraveWords. There you go.
You know what? Let's refresh people's memory and explain this new incarnation of Venom. I've grown up with you guys. It's like a tattoo on my skull, but there's some fans that might need a little refresh. So please give them a refresh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you take it all the way back. Historical fact will tell you that the band was initially formed in 1979. Originally a 5-piece. Quickly go through the history. 2 guitarists, bass player, drummer, vocals. And at one point the rhythm guitarist left, and I met the guy who eventually became Kronos at a girlfriend's house, and needed a rhythm guitarist. He was playing guitar at the time, so he was invited along, and he also was doing what we called at that point a youth opportunity scheme, which was just to get youngsters into work and stuff like that. But he was doing it at Impulse Studios, Neat Records. And me and my other friend had been down there and asked about, the price of demos, and we walked away dejected because we couldn't afford it. And I thought, this could be an inroad, get the guitarist in and all that kind of stuff. Move it further along, then the bass player left, so by default he took over bass. And then we were rehearsing one day, and I had wrote the song "Live Like an Angel, Die Like a Devil," and I asked him if he would sing the song, and he says yeah, he would give it a go. And the idea was that Clive Archer, the original singer, was going to go off stage, do a costume change, because we always had this theatrical thing about us. He would sing that song, Clive would come back on. And then I think, his history tells the tale of what happened with the band. The personalities in the 3-piece that everybody knows, once the success hit, and it hit really quick. And I think, certain people didn't handle the success very well, and it was just, it was too much or whatever. But then you fast forward to the reunion, and then, then Empire of Evil, with myself and Tony. And we were booked by Oliver Weisenhammer at the Keep It True Festival in Germany to do an Empire of Evil set. And he asked about Venom songs, and we're like, yeah, obviously we'll play some Venom songs, the fans want to hear them. And he said, would you do another set, but if I got Abaddon over, would you go on stage together? And
Could
it was
jump
like,
up on stage?
It was like, we hadn't spoke since 1998.
May I ask why?
It was just band bullshit.
They don't speak now.
At the end of the day, we don't speak now. No,
So I'm in the middle.
You won't even
That's
fucking
why
speak to
I
us.
sit
Look
in
at
the
him.
middle.
What a wanker.
He's not looking.
What
Is
a
he looking?
fucking
He's not looking. Is he?
tosser.
That's why he wears the shirt. He's not looking at you.
So-
He won't look at you.
I mean, we just met up at the festival. We had no time to rehearse. Abaddon still lives in Newcastle. Tony lives in London. I live in Portugal. So we just emailed each other, sent a few songs through, said, okay, this is what we're going to do. See you at the festival. Let's just do it. As we did the festival and came off stage, there was emails coming through on Tony's phone. People had posted the stuff straight away.
Straight, like Wi-Fi, went straight up.
It went crazy. Our agent said, I've got Asia wants to book you, China, Japan, South America, and it just went on and on and on. And then, it was the promoters and the fans that sort of
Demanded
they demanded it, and they renamed the fucking. We were going out as Iron and Steel. It was like, you're just Venom.
He did
You're Venom Inc.
He spent weeks doing a logo, and we thought about the name. It's got to be associated with who we are. Iron and Steel, Die Hard. Yeah, that's it. That's the legions. That's the fans. So we can talk to them like that. He presents this logo, and everybody went, yeah, but it's Venom, isn't it? And it was like, well, no, it's this. And they went, yeah, but you got to put Venom in there somewhere. So we thought,
Venom. This is Venom. This is originally. This is the fucking sound. This is the attitude. This is the way the band were at the very beginning. It's still the same today. You saw the gig today. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the fucking same as it was in 1979. Nothing's changed. you get what you get. You get the attitude. It's fresh. It's brand new, and it's just we haven't we've had the time to let it get boring, but it has never got boring.
No.
So why were you shy to tag it Venom again? Why were you a little hesitant?
Well, the thing is, it wasn't about being hesitant. It was just the idea that there's a current Venom incarnation, and they've been working for a long time and producing albums, and it's like it's not about if we need to go toe to toe in combat. None of us are worried about any of that sort of thing. But for us, that's not what it's about. What it's about is the music, the legacy, and the fans. And we could have gone like, oh, we'll pick it up from Primeval and we'll just do all that material. But it's like the fans were the ones, the promoters were saying, can we have set lists? Will you play this song, this song, this song? Red Knife Fever, Mistress of the Whip, songs from, would you play All at War with Satan? We're going, well, we could. And they're going, yeah, fucking fantastic. Why don't you play all the B-sides? And it's like, okay, Manitou, do Warhead. It's like, oh, okay. So, it morphed into its own thing. Much like the shows that were booked, much like people going, people are going, are you going to do a new album? Yes, we're going to do an album. We finished an Empire album. We're hopefully going to have that one out for January, but now we're going to do a Venoming album. We've written songs, there's demos, with the ideas are just like coming, and even we've had label people, at shows going like, so who are you talking to? It's like, we can't. We haven't got time to fucking put our clothes on. We're trying to run as fast as we can, and we're just going with the flow. It's morphing into its own thing, and we're just enjoying it. And we don't disseminate between who's doing what, who said what. It's like fuck the politics, fuck everything else, because what's important is music. It transcends language, it transcends religion, it breaks down any barriers. It talks to young people, old people, and it's the beauty and the simplicity of that we want to capture. And if these guys, with their legacy, have every right to go on stage and play anything from Welcome to Hell, anything from any of their catalogue, and if that includes what I did with them, great. And if it's still classic songs, Seven Gates of Hell or whatever, fucking why not? So it's about giving back to the fans, the energy, the spirit. That was the whole point in the first place.
You're tearing my soul apart right now, pun intended. January, 70,000 tons of metal cruise. I'm in the pit. It's my birthday, and I'm looking at Venom, and Kronos is about 3 feet away from me. And I'm like, holy fuck!
It's
I
your
can't
birthday.
believe I'm watching Venom.
Yeah.
1/3 of it, of course.
Oh yes.
The backing band, incredible. You can't take anything away from those guys. So it's kind of strange to watch that Venom and continue on. And now we're talking about, I'm not saying Venom Part 2, but just another incarnation. So
Yeah.
tell us about your thoughts on that Venom. Is there any relationship with Kronos?
You just said it. You've got Kronos there, all power to him, with a backing band.
Yeah.
You said that. The guys are great. The guys are great musicians. That's fine. But they're not. They don't have. It's very simplistic to say, it's not him and it's not me. That's very simplistic. But they're not even big versions of themselves. If these guys went out and just said, fuck Mantas and fuck Abaddon, I'd respect them a lot more. Now, they're playing the songs, I guess, pretty well, and all power to them, like I say. But the point of Venom is, it was about 3 characters. And when you say, it's very hard to fill Kronos' boots. No, it wasn't. He just came in. He didn't come in to be another Kronos. He didn't try to be Kronos. He didn't try to do anything like Kronos. He came in to be another great big fucking person.
Right.
And it was just natural. It was just easy to do. He didn't have to be another version of that. He came in, and those guys should fucking grow up here, and then it would be a band that you could care about,
So not to get into the nitty-gritty bullshit music industry stuff, like, is there any ownership of the Venom name, or is that a battle behind the scenes? Is there any battle at all?
Basically the name belongs to the two of us. Kronos, as you know, as a lot of people know, that it's the type of this heavy metal, hard rock, heavy metal, black metal, whatever it is. People know about history. Young people know about the history of it. They learn from their mums and dads. Everybody knows about it. They know who Venom was. They know what it was about. They know that he was invited into the band. Now, the thing that he's got going for him is he's been doing it for a long time, semi-recently.
Right.
All right? So that's fine. That's all right. That's why we're not saying, this is Venom, you're Venom, blah, 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 Venom 1, Venom 2, whatever. What we're saying is we have a right to have the word Venom attached to us. And we have a bigger right to have the logo attached to us because we did it. I did it. Before he was ever in the band.
Right.
That logo is recognisable. It doesn't matter which way up you draw it or whatever. That's... our logo. And that word, written in that way, belongs to us. So nobody's going to tell me I'm not going to fucking use it.
And the idea of having Venom Incorporated is because we have the other music projects. Abaddon has his Abaddon thing, which he does. We have Empire of Evil, Jeff does drill, I do my Amcraft things or whatever else. We just do other things, and it was like, well, if we want to do this, okay, Iron and Steel, we took from Die Hard, it speaks to the fans. But it was like, well, Venom Incorporated, okay, well, we use the original logo, and call it Incorporated, which means we're incorporating everything we are, who we are, the heritage. It gives us a legitimacy to play any songs from the catalogue we want to. Much as we were doing with Empire. People criticise us with Empire and go, you're playing Venom songs. It's like, well, we've all got one fucking album so far, so that's our set. So we asked the fans, what if we played, what do you want to hear? They told us what to play. Please play that. So some airhead fucking, because he's like, wet his nappy, says you can't play that. It's like, you can play anything you fucking wrote. They were part of the history. The fans want to hear it. They wrote it as well, and we want to play it. But because that doesn't sit well with you, you'd rather we didn't. It's like, I gotta say fuck you.
If he doesn't want me to use that fucking logo or that word, and if he doesn't want me to play those fucking songs, he needs to get up on fucking stage and stop me. End of.
And that ain't gonna happen.
End of. That ain't gonna happen. Not in a fucking month of Sundays.
So let's keep it positive.
Yes,
new
that
music.
was positive.
That's
That
the past.
was positive.
And we're talking about the present and the future. So
Yeah.
talk to us.
I love presents. I love presents.
There we go. Writing. Tell me what Venom Inc. is sounding in 2015.
It's going to sound the same as you would expect, because when we get in a room and when we start kicking songs about and kicking riffs about, it's going to sound the way it always did, because that's who we are. That's what we've got. We don't have any
not contrived.
Yeah, we don't have any record companies to fulfill. We don't have people, publishers and people saying, oh, let's listen to the songs, let's pull the songs apart. That starts getting messy and it starts messing with the band's head. What we have is freedom, complete and utter freedom. Wherever we record it, we record it. Wherever we do it, we do it. If it's a live album, it's a live album. If it's got half of these new songs on and half of it, it's up to us. We don't have anybody to kowtow to. We don't have anybody to pay back. We haven't taken any advances. It's complete and utter artistic freedom, and that's fucking refreshing. And
that was always the most inspirational thing about the Venom as a thing was they didn't fit into a genre. There wasn't any genre. There wasn't any conformity. They just went boom, that's what we are, and fucked off. And everybody went, what the fuck was that? And then people were going, well, how did you do that? How do you they wanted to analyse it. How did you get that sound on the album? How did you record that? What about the guitar sound? They're going, well, I plugged that into that, into that, into that, turned everything up to 11, and went, here's a song, and they all went, right, I'll play along to that, and it just exploded. And that's the beauty of what we do. The show you saw now won't be the show tomorrow, won't be the show next week.
No.
The songs won't be the same, the performance won't be the same, the sound won't be the same. It may be perfectly linear, it may be absolute mayhem and chaos. We don't know, but then that's the beauty. This audience is not a predictable audience.
Right.
If you take the Wacken audience and go, well, they're like this. No, they're not. They're completely unpredictable. No audience is the same. Why should any performance be the same?
Yeah, the band should be.
It's an
great
it starts
the people who took that
happens.
home today, that's personal. That today was what it was of the moment, and it's right there. It's from the heart. Yeah, it's theirs.
I'm taking a lot away. So where are you at with a new record, material-wise, producers? You guys can write your own story. Right?
There's 1,000,001 riffs on my hard drive now.
Yeah. Hopefully they're backed up.
Yep. There's a few songs at demo stage.
Okay.
But like Abaddon says, we've got nobody to fulfill any time limits or anything like that. So
we don't have to think. We have to fit that.
We do it.
We have to fit that and look like that and sound like that and be like that. We don't.
At the moment, we're a live touring band, and people are requesting that, and people are carrying on requesting it. And while they're doing it, and while the audiences want to see that, that's what we'll be. If we change the songs, if we put new songs into the set, we'll do that. There's nothing to say we don't do that. If we open with a brand new song, what the fuck? If it doesn't work, we don't do it again.
let me wrap this up by saying it's an honor to speak with the three of you. Best of luck with finishing the record and all this great touring and all the accolades that you've deserved from day one, because you created the black metal. Like it's a tattoo on me. So thank you, and it's an honor. BraveWords loves you.
Thank you for that.
Bless you, Tim. Can I just say that, you know, one of the things for me, which was important about this, you know, making this work, was that, you know, Venom's albums, you know, Black Metal Went to Hell have reached positions where they've been accepted into, you know, classic album status. There's been awards awarded to this band, you know, not including myself, for that what they did at that point, and these two have been a million miles away from being part of that and being recognised in that. And a lot of younger people are going, you know, all right, yeah, I guess they're connected. And I wanted these guys to realise who they fucking were, and what happened, and to be able to go on stage with these other bands and realise how old they are. It's beautiful. And just how much it matters.
It's one big crying session now.
There's a lot of love in the room.
No, it's not rude. This is